Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston Station, I am ready for the event.
JAXA, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Takao Akutsu. How do you hear me?
JAXA Akutsu-san, I have you loud and clear. Welcome to the space station.
So we will now begin with astronaut Wakata's news conference on the orbit. Now, can you give us a message, please, Mr. Wakata?
JAXA 宇宙飛行士の若田光一です。今日は本当に
Yes, I am JAXA's astronaut Koichi Wakata, and I am very glad to have this news conference with so many of you from the media. And I would like to take this opportunity for me to thank you the joy and excitement of life in space. And today, this time, I am amongst the 39th expedition crew, and I became a commander of the Expedition 39 team. And this is due to the experiences, achievements, the technological achievements, and trust that the Japanese had won for the manned space expeditions. And this time around, in making us space journey, I thought that it was very important for us to maintain the spirit of wa, or harmony. And with this harmony spirit, I would like not to forget my consideration for the team on the ground as on the space, so that I would be able to steer the team in the space in this ISS. Now we will be doing a job here for 3 months together, and as a team, I would like to aim to make a very good work. Commander Wakata, thank you very much. Now let me begin with the question and answer session. My name is Ms. Haruno from NHK. Congratulations for becoming a commander. And now, on behalf of the media, I would like to congratulate you. First, let me begin with the questions. I have 2 questions. One is, now that you have taken the post of commander for several days have passed, how have you spent these past few days after you became commander? And now that you have experienced being a commander, what is your comment? How did you feel now?
はい、春野さん、ご支援ありがとうございます。そうですね、この
Mr. Haruno, thank you very much for your support. Yes.
仲間が3人いた仲間が地球に
For the past few days,
かなり
I have become a commander, and the 3 members had gone back to Earth. So we felt a little lonely. The remaining 3 astronauts, Mr. Churin and Mr. Mastarakio, the 3 of us will be operating in this huge international space station, and we are doing our job on experimenting and other operations. Now, I am a commander this time, so the communication amongst the crew and also communication with the ground command of Japan, at Tsukuba and Houston, as well as Moscow, and Munich as well. So what we want to do is to, as a commander, to have a good communication with the ground team as well. The operation here at the ISS hasn't changed much, but what I would like to do is to put all my efforts so that the team will do their best. My name is Hatanaka from Nippon TV, Now, as were you able to have a food together with all of the three members? Or are there any impressive moments eating together?
はい、そうですね。夕食は今3人で一緒に取るようにしてます。
Yes.
昼食の時間っていうのはそれぞれのクルーが。
We three have dinner together. Now, as for lunch, the crew are doing. There are many times that are doing the job separately. So there are times when we cannot have lunch together, but we make it a rule that we have dinner together in the Node 1 or service module of the of Russia. And because we have been trained together, we talk about the episodes that we experienced when we were under training. And those times, we take Russian food, American food, and Japanese food, and we enjoy food. And I think food is a very important element for us, our daily lives.
This is Takaishi from TV Asahi. I understand that you're enjoying the foods of the countries represented in the crew. And is there a Japanese food among the list of space food? And if you have had an opportunity to taste the Japanese space food, what is the impression of the crew members? And what is your impression? Could you share some of your thoughts with us?
今回も、数十種類の、日本の製品を宇宙食として、
This time around, there are several tens of varieties of Japanese food that we have brought on board the International Space Station. Of course, a meal. We all have our preferences when it comes to Japanese food. For example, sardines that have been cooked in miso, or mackerel that have been cooked in miso, is one favorite. And also there are astronauts who like curry. Of course, these are my favorites as well. And also there are some foods that are available on the market. For example, fruits. And of course, all the astronauts love fruit. It's an enjoyable experience. And Japanese menus have come to be one of the favorites on board the ship out in outer space. My name is Hayashi. I'm a free writer. As a commander, and eating together with your crew members, and also not to work overtime, these might be possible rules. What rules have you established or are you thinking of introducing?
その船長自身で、ルールを作るということはありません。やはり地上管制局の、
As a commander, a commander does not independently lay out the rules with the control mission as well as the flight director and also the ground controllers. And there are also team leaders that we coordinate with so that all of the crew members' health can be ensured in order to create an environment and also a schedule in which they will be able to go through their task. In 2 weeks, the Soyuz space station will be arriving, but before doing so, we have to go over a sleep shift, which means we need to coordinate our sleeping time. And this commands when we are going to take a nap, and also it commands what tasks need to be conducted in order to receive the spaceship. And we go through the coordination activities with the ground controllers so that we are able to install the appropriate schedule. This is one of the tasks of the commander, but I do not independently lay out the rules. Mr. Wakata, my name is Kinoshita from Fuji TV. There are two questions that I have. Firstly, having taken command, your responsibilities are great. Having assumed the responsibility as a commander, is there something that has changed? Are there some privileges that you've come to enjoy? For example, are you able to decide on what meals to take? Is your bed larger and roomier? Anything will do. Share your thoughts with us, please.
食事の決定権があるといいかなと思うんですけれども、やはり宇宙食美味しいものがたくさんありまして、やはり
To have authority over choosing the meals, that's not quite the case. And there are a lot of delicious and tasty food. The crew members choose their own meals.
船長になって大きくその通常の作業の中
And we spent mealtime
ないですね。ただ
in a very relaxed and enjoyable atmosphere. Having become a commander, there have not been really major changes. However, on a week-to-week basis, what we do is to coordinate with the ground controller,
地上のフライトディレクターと
and we check
調整の会議をするような時の
the instruments on board
船長の
and equipment on board.
そういった
And we also engage in meetings.
それからやはり
And of course, it is the commander's duty to coordinate the crew members. So that is one added responsibility that we have to bear. And 15 countries are participating and contributing to this mission. And of course, the laboratories are extremely critical. So when we wake up and also before I go to bed, I check on the modules, the laboratory or experiment modules, to check that there are no irregularities or problems before I drop off to sleep.
大きな変化っていうのはありません。
And hence, there are some added responsibilities that I am required to bear. However, there are no drastic changes in my day-to-day activities.
若田さん、テレビ東
Mr.
京
Wakata,
50周年記念番組地球
I am Okada of the Chikyu doc from the Fuji TV. I am looking forward for the live broadcast. Now, you'll be the first Japanese ISS commander, and I think you'll have a special emotion for Japan. Was there any special impression you had when you looked at Japan becoming the first commander on ISS?
そうですね。我々は地球を一周するのを約90
Well,
分
yes.
ですけれども、1日に16回地球を
We
で
take 90 minutes to go around the Earth. So we go around Earth 16 times a day. And when we pass over Japan,
ところに行って、やはりふるさとを眺めてしまい
well,
ます。
if I have
や
time,
はりその日本上空を飛ぶ時っていうのは
I go to the window and look at my hometown. And when we fly over Japan,
そういった人たちの
I think about my friend, my family,
その
and my colleagues in Tsukuba.
その力が
I think of their faces,
宇宙ステーションに協力して、
and
その結果日本人の
because of the
こういうところで
the
仕事が
technological strength of Japan, Japan cooperated with the ISS, and that is why the Japanese astronauts are able to work in the ISS, and I'm very grateful for that.
ふるさとの
So when I look at my home country, it makes me inspired, and the landscape is really beautiful.
目覚ましテレビの臼井と申します。
I'm Usui from Mizamashi TV. Now, what did you say to your friends and family members on the ground after you became the commander, and what did they say?
はい、そうですね。船長に就任した後、母親と
Well,
電話で話す
After I was inaugurated the commander, I talked with my mother
健康に注意して頑張れということ
over the telephone, and
そういったことには留意して、
she told me
5月までの
to remain calm and to be careful of my health. And I would like to watch myself for that until I finish my mission until May.
家族がおりますけれども、家族そして友人
Now I have my family in Houston and also in Japan as well. So for my family members and to my friends, they are supporting me, and I feel a lot about that. I'm Kusaka of Sankei Shimbun. You referred to it earlier that Soyuz will be coming to the 26th Japan time and will dock to ISS, and 3 other astronauts and cosmonauts will join. So you'll be busier again. So as a commander, how would you like to welcome these 3 new crew?
そうですね。今回初飛行の宇宙飛行士もいますし、長期滞在が初めての宇宙飛行士もいます
Yes, there are some astronauts who are coming for the first time, and there are some astronauts who are the first time to spend their experience in extended missions. So I hope that they will be familiarized in this environment so that they can start operating smoothly. So we'd like to prepare for them and welcome them. And immediately after they come, we would like to make a preparation so that it will be easier for them to find clothes and other things that they need so that they would not have additional burden coming in. Now, we are 3 now, and so, but the crew members will increase to 6. And so, want to make a good communication with them as well. Saito of NVS. Now, this is an airlock of Kibo behind that, and you are now emitting small satellites from the ISS nowadays days. You're deploying a lot of satellites. Do you want this ISS to become a place where you will deploy more of such satellites? Well, that's true. As you have said, through ISS, we are accumulating a lot of technology, and through that experience of accumulation of technology and operation of such technology, we would like to go on the next point, for example, moon exploration, and also Lagrange point, and also Mars expedition as well. So we want to make this a step towards the next phase. And as you said, the small satellites are now being deployed, and Kubo is doing a lot of work, contributing a lot. The robot arm is contributing, and these small satellites are being assembled on board ISS to be launched to be released in the space on the orbit. So now this is more efficient operation. So the Kibo's capabilities are now being maximized and is contributing to the development of space.
And this will be the last question. My name is Akiyama. I'm a freelancer. On the 16th, the Dragon cargo ship number 3 will be launched. And what are you doing in order to prepare? And also, what is the difference between the Cygnus back in January?
シグナスに関しては日本のコウノトリで使用される近接運用の装置が使われていました。
Cygnus
今度はスペース X
has deployed
また別のシステムを
the proximity
ランデブーの運用を行って
a system that was deployed on Konotori. In the Dragon, another system will be used for the rendezvous. This time, there's a Canadian arm too, the robotics arm, that I will use in order to capture the Dragon. And I'm preparing for that. Of course, the deployment exercise will take place. And yesterday, within Dragon, there's a control panel that I have also confirmed in order to ensure that the Dragon arrives March 18th safely and smoothly. Preparation is therefore underway. Thank you very much. And I would like to receive a message. I would like for you to deliver a message to the Japanese audience and also your aspirations or hope for the future.
ありがとうございます。本当に多くの日本の皆さんから
Thank you very much.
船長就任に関しても応援をいただき心から感謝
From many
日本人
in Japan, I have received words of encouragement and support on my assuming the commandership. I am deeply grateful. I will take it upon myself as a representative of Japan in order to fulfill my mission as a commander until the end of May.
そしてその次は大西さん
I am currently at the
宇宙飛行士も
International Space Station, and I'll be joined later on with other members, astronaut Yui, as well as astronaut Onishi, and also astronaut Kanai.
野口さん、古川さん、星出さん、3人の宇宙飛行士も
I'm sure that astronaut Kanai will also be coming on board, and also Noguchi Hoshide, and also Furukawa. These astronauts are also preparing the manned activities from Japan with base as the base. We are looking on to link this into space expeditions, and we seek your continued support as we advance forward. I would like to again thank you very much for this opportunity today. Mr. Wakata, thank you very much for having given us our time in spite of your very busy schedule. And our thoughts are with you. Thank you very much.
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the event. Thank you.
Thank you, JAXA. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.
Okay, thank you very much for your support.